God, what is up with this today? Is there anything else that's running that shouldn't? What's my CPU and all that stuff looking like right now? Let's see. Wow, my CPU is at 96%. What the heck? What's taking all the thing here? That's why. I don't know. Hmm. Mass Effect Andromeda is using about 37%. CLR browser source client. Maybe it'll tone down a little bit. I don't know. Mass Effect is the highest one there. Oh my god. Mass Effect 4, The Room. I feel like that scene ended abruptly. It kind of did. Uh Mass Effect Andromeda lagged like that for me too. And I've got a 1080. Yeah, I don't know. This game is like it's not that well optimized, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Da, da, da. And Mothman got purged. Oh. Alright. I'll tell you what, let's get out of this system here. Why is my mouse still on the screen? Oh god. Let's get out of this system and go somewhere else. I don't know. Let's just go to this system here. Let's see if this fixes. Something about volcanic planets and stuff. I don't know. Me no. But that's it. We've done all the loyalty missions. We've done all the loyalty missions now.
And Prodromos.
The final stretch. Let's get out of here. Alright. Let's see if the ship looks a little bit better FPS wise. Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of does. Alright, so all loyalty missions are done. We do have to do something with Drax on the Nexus. And that's a thing on EOS, which I may or may not do. Go with Jal to meet his mother. Might be kind of cool. Find the origin of the signal in the Nilesh system. I think we're going to do that probably next. We're going to do that before going back to the Nexus, I think. So all loyalty missions are now done. We're going to start picking some side missions to start doing so we can wrap that up. And then maybe try an architect fight before the end of the session. And then depending on how quickly we do all these things, we may get to some main story today, or if not, it's going to be dedicated, Thursday and Friday will be dedicated to just doing main story, because we got to go to Meridian next. And then we can beat the game, finally. Let's go ahead and work on that. Let's read some emails and then go see what PB's doing down in my room. Yeah. I forgot the .com will trigger it. Yeah. Where's the part where we talk to PB's arch enemy? I know. I freaking know. See, this is where the game, like the struggles of the writing in this game comes into play, where, you know, they had to do this game in a limited amount of time after they were working on it for X amount of years. It's like some of these missions just feel like they're unfinished because they had to rush and stuff. If this would have been like a normal game that wasn't delayed or got delayed because they were still working on it, then we would have had some closure on missions like this. There have been a ton of missions in this game that feel like this, and it sucks. Because as someone who likes story and characters and stuff, like, it's not in here. Thank you from PB the Embarrassed. And sorry, I shouldn't have ambushed you like that. I should have trusted that you'd be just as driven as I was to head down to past 10 and find the source of the signal. I should have been more collaborative and more of a team player. Guess I have some growing to do. Who knew? Eh. Usually when someone says it's not you, it's me, they're breaking up with you. If I actually send this, please delete upon reading. No. No, we're not. We're not doing that. The FPS is so bad. I kind of want to... I'll tell you what. I want to do something real quick. We're going to save it, we're going to exit the game, and we're going to launch the game again and see if that fixes our issue. Because I don't ever remember this taking this long. Like, for the CPU to calm down. So hang on, just bear with me just a moment, chat. We exit the game here. Let's see. Mass Effect Andromeda and task. Let that chill for a moment, then we'll relaunch it and see if that fixes our issues here. What do we got going on in chat? I'm still waiting for the big tie-in to the trilogy. Didn't miss it yet. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you missed it. Yeah. Yeah. New Vegas had 18 months too, though they had the leftovers of Van Buren to work with. Van Buren. Yeah, it was a good tie-in for all this stuff in the game, like the connection between this game and the trilogy and stuff. It was pretty good. It was. I wish there were more moments like that, but the moments that we did come across, like, there have been some callbacks to like logs from characters, the whole, pretty much the whole storyline in the trilogy was mentioned. We came across a mission that referenced to Project Overlord, all sorts of stuff. It's kind of nice to see how they tied it in like that, because I did not know that they planned on doing that. Because I stayed away from all the trailers and stuff. Like, pretty much when it was announced, I was like, okay, I'm in. I don't even need to like watch any more trailers or try to pick the story or whatever. I didn't think they were gonna mention anything in the trilogy, but this was a nice little tie-in to it. All right, let's load it and see. Dun dun. Dun. Remington says, maybe we could go back to Alex's room and listen again to Liara's messages. It would take no time and it would refresh a little. Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do that because we got to go to the Nexus. But there's a couple of missions I want to do first before we go to the Nexus, like the satellite stuff. I think we have to do some scanning for Sid. And then we'll return to the Nexus and turn those in. And then we can play those logs for people that missed it or whatever. All right, what's the FPS look like now? We reloaded the game, and it's still 30. It's still like under 30 actually. God, this is terrible. Arabelle. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything in here to talk to. Where the heck is PB at? PB, where you at, girl? She is... Wait, she's still in the thing? I thought... What? I thought she was gonna move all of her stuff down into there. God. This FPS thing is...
AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
This FPS thing is triggering me right now. I have no idea why it's like
What's
this.
shaking?
Okay.
Thanks for chat.
You know it.
What is another reason I can't wait to be done with this game? So I don't have to deal with the FPS dips, because it's It's so bad. So, okay. There's that mission that we have to do. I want to see the Sid mission. This one. Been attacked by a mercenary group called the Three Sabers. Vetra's sister Sid think there's something suspicious going on. So we've got to scan the sites. So let's do that. Because then we do this, and we might be able to actually talk to Sid on the Nexus, because we haven't been able to do so. Man. Alright, let's see. Hang on, I want to see something real fast. 30-something FPS. What does it look like if I take this off? So taking off the bit cup raises the FPS by a little bit, but not a lot. I didn't know if it was the bit cup or not. Wait, what are we doing? I hit something. Repeat those important logs before ending it over tomorrow and Friday. Okay.
What else could be lost out there?
There was flirting option with PB. I don't know if it means something. It just basically is like
Anomaly detected.
she knows that she's been flirting with us pretty much. There's nothing else that happens with that. We've done that before. Yeah, we can do that at the end, I guess, or whenever we go to the Nexus or whatever. Is the scene good the first time you do it? I missed it. Yeah, I thought it was alright. I mean, you don't see anything in there. Okay, let's take the bit cup off because I thought the bits were gonna respawn. God, I'm hitting things. But yeah. I like how taking off the bit cup on the OBS, the FPS goes up. Are you kidding me? All the bits in the cup were lagging for some reason. Okay, life on the frontier. Oh, actually, this is a system we have to scan in. Okay. Wow, it was fate that we were supposed to do this mission. Lol.
I found something.
Starship wreckage. All right, let's scan this. Kind of felt like Jack in Mass Effect 2. It kind of did, yeah. Except PB continues to talk with us, unlike Jack just being like, yeah, I hate you. Leave me alone. You came on to me, all right? You came on to me.
Scanning for radiation signature.
The ship and its entire crew transporting minerals was expected at the Nexus but never docked. Presumed lost in the Scourge. Analysis suggests that the Daisy's navigational system may have been compromised. Yeah, we know. Okay.
Anomaly on sensors.
Another one. Sure.
Probes launched.
I mean, if we're already gonna
What's left of a ship.
if we're already gonna be in these systems, I might as well just go ahead and scan in here. We can get some of them off. Or some of them done. Fragments of a wrecked remnant vessel drift deep within the Scourge. Really, a remnant ship, huh? Cool. Go ahead and check. EB specifically asks for it to be a fun-only thing, and if you say you want something serious, she shuts you down. Mike had to reload and agree to only being fun, only to get the scene. Yeah, I know. First of all, I was sidetracked because I was like, we're gonna do this. This is the romance. I'm pleading my case to Remington's about why I'm doing it, and then I completely like ignored what she said and was like, "Yep, we're making it serious." And then I didn't get the scene. I was like, "We're reloading," because that's not what I wanted to happen. I was having Witcher flashbacks when that moment happened. I had to reload. Did he still romance Cora, says Mothman? I think so. I mean, the PB thing was like, we can keep it a secret even if you're with someone right now. So it seems like it was like a thing that you can just do regardless. But we haven't locked in a romance yet. I don't know how to. There was a mission we did with, or we met Cora on Eos because she wanted to tell us about like some seeds or something that she's planting or whatever. And I thought that was gonna be the time to lock in the romance, but no, it wasn't.
Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
The only romance that I know of that we could have locked in was Vetra's, but no one else has approached us about any of that stuff yet. I hope it happens soon, because I'm not ending alone. I'm not doing that. We've got to go with someone. That's what my mom said, okay? Said fall in love at least once. We got to do it for Ma. I think only Vetra is off the table. Vetra herself asked if Ryder was into her, and Mike said no. Maybe could be our side chick.
Mineral wealth from this system once fed industry unfold, and well beyond.
One day that might be true again. Anomaly on sensors.
Anomaly on sensors.
Deploying probe. Anomaly found.
Sites investigated? Wait, I thought I investigated the other site.
Scanning for radiation signature.
I guess I never did that? I don't know. An emergency medical ship staffed with medical technicians, the Nightingale. Ah, that might be a Dragon Age reference. Was dispatched to a far-flung mining station, but was lost along the way. Survivors who reached escape pods believed it was a Ket attack. But there is no corroborating evidence that can be found in the wreckage. Does that...
I'm picking up something.
I wonder why the sites investigated says 1 out of 4 when we've done 2 and now 3.
Probe away.
I don't know.
Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
Moffat says, go back to the planet and get with Conrad Werner's sister. It's a secret achievement. We actually went in there to turn in some missions a while back, and she wasn't even in there anymore. So it was like a one and done encounter with her, I guess. Starship wreckage.
Anomaly on sensors.
Another anomaly? Wow, 3 anomalies in here.
Probes launched. Anomaly found.
Oh, there's another ZK tracker shuttle. Okay. Investigate sites. If that life on the frontier thing makes me go down to planets and check stuff out, I don't think I'm gonna do that. We're kind of on a time crunch here.
Pathfinder, this is the exact nav point indicated by the ZK trackers.
Right, Addison's request. Let's see if this helps us find our missing scientist.
Okay.
Damn it. The shuttle's just a relay. But I think we can get in their feed. Hold on.
Signal's through. Ready for coordinate transferring. Who the fuck? We've been found. Deadhead the comms.
You have stolen property? I'm not gonna tell him I'm the Pathfinder. Why would you do that?
You took initiative equipment. Director Addison wants it back.
Addison? What did she tell you?
Harlan, stop talking.
Is that Dr. Kennedy? Are you okay?
Dr.
Director
Kennedy.
Addison is concerned about you and your tech.
Keep them talking, Ryder. Tracing.
Trace the call.
All I want is to stop the stealing. I have outposts of people trying to start their lives.
Outpost starting lives, huh?
Let them see, Harlan.
They just forwarded Dr. Kennedy's medical profile. Ryder.
She's pregnant. That woman is pregnant.
That woman knows full well the state she's in.
Is this what you were talking about yesterday, Morrigan? I think so. Okay, so just to quickly, like, get people up to speed, this is a mission that we got a while back in the game where we had to track down these satellites because they were interfering with some of the outposts that we had out, and people said that things can start happening in your outpost if you don't take care of this. So, with that being said, this seemed pretty interesting, so we went ahead and started doing that. And I forgot this Kennedy person was missing or something. Huh. Huh. How did this happen? You're the first in Andromeda? How did this happen? Let's say that.
You are really pregnant. What happened?
Uh-oh, she's gonna
When
say.
a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they don't let humanity die out. You're with Addison? Well, she fell in line with Tan, said we couldn't add new mouths until we were stable. But this wasn't about waiting until we could afford a house. We were dying. So I left, with enough meds for Harlan and I to get off the blockers.
How far along? Dr. Kennedy, how long?
8 months, give or take.
We're not going back.
She's ready
Not
to
getting my
pop.
tech, we'll be fine without you. Tell Addison. Fuck it, don't tell her anything. Kill it.
They flashed the core. Couldn't get a trace.
They weren't in there,
Addison
by the
will wanna
way.
hear about this.
They were not
And
in
I've
there.
got questions for her.
Really? Interesting. I am interested. How did this happen? Yeah. I was hoping that something funny like that would be said, and they didn't disappoint. They didn't disappoint. Okay, so we're working on this one right now, but what does this one say? The little things matter? Contact Addison on Tempest VidCon? Okay. I guess we'll do that right now. Let's go tell Addison what's up. Check the VODs. Yeah, the whole Meridian stuff that we did. I think we started doing a little bit. Oh, you need to check the bit on, I think, Friday. Towards the end. Because we got on the Journey to Meridian mission, and we went to one of the towers, and that was the day that we figured out something big. And then Monday was the day that we finished on that. But I think the VODs you want to look at are Friday and Monday's VODs, I think.
Director Addison, I have a sighting on your missing Dr. Kennedy and her trackers.
She's alive?
And 8 months pregnant.
Fucking hell.
Someone's pregnant. Drop the F-bombs. You said she disappeared.
She didn't disappear. Dr. Kennedy left to try and have a child. You really had no clue?
I knew she wanted us to fast-track the schedule, but we had no worlds. We were going to lose people. I wasn't going to watch babies die, too. Of all the stupid, irresponsible, selfish... She was always like this, even back on Earth. She talked me into this, and now we have to save her tail.
We have to save her tail. Locked Addison into this? Save Kennedy from what?
Dr. Kennedy seems to have a group with her. Stealing aside, she has support.
How long will that last? She's the smartest person I know, but she jumps without looking. Ryder, we have 2 speeches banked for the first child in Andromeda. Trust me, you want the one for the good outcome.
Want the one for the good outcome? Cryocontraception?
What was the timetable for stopping the contraceptives everyone got before cryo?
Before Prodromos? It was to be determined.
You had to know that would frustrate people.
It was the only answer we could give. The alternative was more mouths and more death.
Talked Addison into this.
Wait, what did Dr. Kennedy talk you into?
She's an old university friend. We were catching up and she mentioned a project she was training for.
The Andromeda Initiative?
She'd still be here if I wasn't forced to tell her no a year ago.
So what do we do now?
We know how to find her. We find more of her ZK trackers.
Hopefully you can draw them out by placing more outposts. If she hasn't changed the protocol.
She's 8 months. She may be distracted.
This is a complete shit show. Find them, Pathfinder. The first human child in Andromeda can't just disappear.
Wow, this sounds super important. Find a ZK tracker. Okay. Alright, we can do that. We're going to finish up working on this Life on the Frontier mission first, and then we're going to dedicate time to doing that one, because I'm interested in that. The first child to be born in Andromeda. Seems like a big moment. Cool. Alright. Pretty good. Grab that. Quarian nav processor. It's the only Quarians we've seen in the game. Actually, no. I remember there was a log that we listened to that was a Quarian's voice. Forgot about that. Do. Okay, and now it seems like the Life on the Frontier stuff is fixed itself, sorted itself out. So we'll quickly scan these things. Great thing about this game is scanning is super quick, especially when they allow you to skip the travel between whatever you want to go to. We'll quickly do this. And then I don't know if we need to go back to the Nexus for this mission, or if we're gonna be able to contact Sid through like VidCon or something. Okay. Now Lesh is done. Go ahead and back out of there. Last one is Joba. Joba Fett. Joba. Dum, dum.
Sometimes I forget how small we are.
I forget how small we are. Okay, only
And
4
all your
stops.
sensors.
4 things here, and however many anomalies there are.
Deploying probe.
Okay, so this should be the last
Scan.
starship wreckage. We'll let this one travel because this is a nice looking... I like these colors here. Zoom it in. Mothman, I think they said that they were organic, I think.
This should give us a final location.
I think so.
Ryder. Got it. I'll forward all the information to your Omni tool.
Okay. The Charis was a transport shuttle with a full cargo of supplies. According to the ship's final transmission, it lost its way after an unexplained interference resulted in navigational failure. Damage on parts of the ship's hull suggests that it came into contact with a hostile force shortly after losing contact with the Nexus. That. Doo-doo. Follow the 3 sabers to their hideout on Kadara. Okay, well that's fine, because we have things that we need to do on Kadara anyway. Alright. Okay, so let's scan this stuff. And and then we have to scan for those remaining satellites anyway, so we'll shift to that mission now until we go to Kadara. Because we need to go to Kadara to officially finish Drax's loyalty mission. He wants us to meet him at the bar or something, or that's another one of his missions. So maybe drinking with Drax might be kind of fun. As we talked about in the past, AI protectors. Yeah, I don't know. They've made the Groshe is an Angaran term meaning roughly cruel joke. They've kind of mentioned like the Quarians and the Geth sort of thing in reference to the remnants and stuff. But I'm interested to, like, now that we found out some stuff while we were doing the Journey to Meridian mission, I'm interested to see where the story goes. I'm interested to see if when we actually go to Meridian, like what we're going to find there, because we have to go back to that same place and activate some stuff so that way we can find the correct location to wherever Meridian is. But it was pretty cool the way that they gave the players that information on that structure. Okay. So that's there. I need to change. Well, I have to exit the map there.